Hello, everyone. Yes, that's right. I did a peekaboo on you guys. Peekaboo. I see you guys. That's right. I am here. What was that? What's that other thing? Never fear, All Might is here. that's kind of like how I'm doing that play by play kind of thing. But yeah, I am here. I am live streaming. Oh, Lord have mercy. Cold day in hell, huh? I'm just messing. I'm messing. It's not a cold day in hell. It's just, it's been one of those it's just one of them days that a tray goes through when I'm feeling inside. Don't take it personal. Oh, God. Let me share this out with everyone. Don't take it personal, baby. Wanna be all alone and take it personal, baby. Personal, baby. Oh, sorry, gotta do the little surprise thingy. Let me see. Nice. Oh, Tom Strong. Oh, okay. I haven't seen Tom Strong. I was about to say, what the hell is that? Where I'm at. Okay. Yes, live streaming. This is just me live streaming because why not? Hello everyone. I know it's been a while. I'm kind of rusty on the whole live stream kind of thing because seems like it's been forever. But I guess since we took a hiatus from it, I kind of got complacent on not doing live streams like I normally would. Hello, kid, how's it going? So that's my fault. That is kind of like, well, I don't know if people really want to hear me live stream by myself because since I had Dylan and a few people on the stream, I was worried that I'm always like, should I even do a live stream even if I do have some free time? Because it's just like, what if people really don't want to hear me unless I got other people on the live stream with me to talk to or whatever? So that's kind of why I really haven't been doing a live stream. Like that's why I just make the videos, post them, and kind of go. I'm also trying to do shorts too. I'm not that great at them shorts, because there's a lot of editing that goes on in it. And right now, my computer is not that kind of thing. I mean, I got my laptop, but even then, I just do not have that kind of time to sit there and edit some stuff. So it's been kind of like, I'm just gonna put a little quick short. I've been trying to make quick little shorts using my cell phone while I'm at work sometimes. So I'm like, I try to record like a 60-second recording of me saying something and then put it up there for you guys to like look at or whatever, like a little quick bite or something like that if you want to call it. Let's see. Kid said, Craven the Hunter be R rating. You make a video on it, it's gonna be good. I mean, of course, people are gonna be enthralled with that. So we'll see how that goes. I just think Sony might mess it up though. We'll see because I have no faith in what they're casting, but they said Rhino's supposed to be close to Rhino, so we'll see again. But I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen with that one because Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage kind of disappointed me, and that's one of those things I'm just like, I don't know if is it going to be good, is it not going to be good? You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those kind of things. So we'll see. We will definitely see. Hold on, let me Let me put it on social media that I'm live streaming just because. Do-da, 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 do, oh, the do-da day. All right, cool. Back to that. Yo, what's going on, Fox? RPJ. Oh, RPJ, you didn't answer my text message last night. So friendship over. So mad at you right now. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Ignored my text message. The ouchies, sir. The ouchies. But yeah, I know you guys probably like been wondering what's been going on, but really what's been going on is really a lot of work. It really has. I've been working a lot, and a lot of private family things happened over time. I've also been trying to read more comic books for you guys. So I've been trying to read a little bit more comic books. And I'm going to try to put some more reviews out. Just like either one shot issues or like some random comic book I might find or whatever. I've been trying to get I've been getting into my PlayStation 5 a little bit more. Like I said, let's see. I beat Guardians of the Galaxy. I beat Crisis Core Final Fantasy. I'm still working on Hogwarts Legacy, Final Fantasy 15, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I beat God of War Ragnarok, I believe. Final Fantasy 7 remake as well. So that's been my little thing. Like I don't play them often, but it's like when I get like maybe an hour or two to myself, I'll play them when I'm at home or whatever. Like I could be playing them right now, but I decided, hey, why don't come on this live stream for you guys and chit chat. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Woo! But yeah, so it's been mostly working, personal family stuff, and trying to play a little bit of video games. Oh, ooh, ooh, ah! I got me a donation. Oh my God, RPJ, you gave me a donation. That's so kind of you. Yeah, you better text me back because I don't want the ouchies. Yay! That's so cool. Awesome. I appreciate that though, but I really do because I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I am super excited. Oh, by the way, I started my coffee account. I'll put it in the chat for you guys so you guys can go on there. And if you guys, like I said, that'll be like if you want to request me to do something like a video or a drawing or something like that, you can just go through the coffee thing, leave like a donation or something like that, and then I'll just, I'll get to that. You know what I mean? So, nope. Oh, my phone went off. I forgot. But let me copy it so you guys can know, because I don't know if some of you guys been following, but I want to make sure you guys can see the link. So I'll put it in the link for people just so you guys will know that is there in the chat for you guys to go to. But it's really is me trying to do a little bit more, but at the same time, I can't just throw out as much of my time like I want to, because I do have to have a job. So like I said, if you guys want to make some requests or something like that, you can do that through the coffee thing. It'll be like you can either do $1 or $5. I believe I put it between $1 or $5. Just to, like, help out the channel or whatever. Seeing any anime lately. I actually I, I've seen an anime. And I've seen an anime. It's super old. It's super old, but I never got into it. I don't even know how it started. Because I watched all of My Hero Academia season 6. Because I try to binge watch stuff. I finished I finished the Bleach Thousand Year Blood Arc War. I finished Spy X Family, and I am working on season 4 of Demon Slayer. I don't even know if season 4 or not. And I watched Kontaro Lives Alone. It's an anime on Netflix. It's about this little 5-year-old who lives by himself. No, Konkuro's is my neighbor. This little 5-year-old boy, he lives by himself in an apartment, and then all of a sudden, all of these friends and family start not family but friends starting to kind of care for him, and he kind of brings them all together. It's a weird anime. Then I've also watched a really old anime. I know it's probably old. I know it's old because I don't even know how I even watched it. I got into watching Orange Star, what no Orange Host Clubhouse. Hold on, y'all. God dang it. If everybody don't stop. All right, sorry about that. Orin High School, Orin Host High School Club, whatever. That anime. I'm watching that. It is freaking weird. It is weird. And the boy that I thought was a boy was really a girl. It is crazy. I don't even know how I even watched that. Oh, and I watched the extraordinary attorney Woo Young Woo. That it's a South Korea drama series, K drama series. It's a fantastic series. If you guys haven't watched that, you got to watch that. So that's really been the little animes stuff I've been watching right about now. um I just started on Tokyo Ghoul, um for my manga stuff. The webtoon series I've been reading is the webtoon series I've been reading right now is the Assassin's Creed one that just came out. Which, by the way, if you guys want me to, I can cover that webtoon, but I don't know if people are interested in webtoon stuff. But let me know, and I'll cover a webtoon story that you guys want me to read. I just really haven't been really reading that much webtoons. I've been reading a lot of indie comic books as well too, so I've been trying to get into that, and I've been trying to post that as well. But I tell you, it's hard putting some videos together for you guys because I keep running into YouTube copyright infringement stuff, and I'm just like, holy crap! There are channels where there are people playing videos right now of dialogue pieces, but I put in like 5 seconds and y'all ready to be like copyright claim, copyright strike. Like, get out of here with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Ebony Williams, how's it going? You know, um, it's just one of those. God dang it! I want to give you guys videos. Besides you guys just like looking at pictures or images that I put on the little thing, but I don't know if it works for Purge, it can work for me, right? because um I really do, like, y'all don't understand some of these videos. I really do be trying to get some video footage for you guys to at least watch through while I'm reviewing things or talking about stuff. But I'd literally be running into copyright infringement stuff. So then I have to pull that thing off. Then I have to redo it. Like the Blade video that I did, is getting good views, but they're putting the copyright claim, so I can't monetize it anyway. But it's just like all of these Blade videos, like videos of Blade actually doing stuff in movies and shows, and I put a video talking over it, like you can't hear any of the dialogue or anything and stuff like that. And I try to splice in other things in the scenes and stuff like that, but even then it's still like, oh, copyright claim. And I'm just like, I got a headache. Oh, Lord have mercy. It is just frustrating. So, you know, if you guys can understand my thing for you guys, like I do be trying to give you guys some stuff, but I swear YouTube makes it really hard. Like they really do make it really tough to try to give you guys some videos on the platform without it being like copyright strike, copyright claim. You'd be like, mm. Let's see. I know what you mean. Like I would use a video game cutscene or something, and they'll claim that's copyright strike too. Like, look, lady, look, YouTube. Everybody, if I'm talking about Blade, it's a common practice that Blade is owned by Marvel. Okay. But if I'm talking about first off, this stuff is out in public, which means that we have free claim to it. If you put it out in public, therefore, if I want to make a video talking about it or reviewing about it or talking over that video and stuff like that to review or critique it, I'm allowed to. So I don't know why YouTube keeps doing this thing. Is like, well, you're not the copyright owner of this stuff. I never said I was, but copyright laws say that we're allowed to do this stuff. And it's even worse when you're talking about anime and manga sometimes, because sometimes some people can get away with it and then some people can't get away with it too. So that's another thing too. That's why I'm worried. Like, I want to talk about some of the animes that I've been watching, but I don't want to just put like a picture up there. I kind of want to take like scenes from the show or whatever. But with that whole incident with Totally Not Mark, where his whole entire channel got like copyright strike when he was talking about a lot of different animes and stuff like that, it makes you be like, and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, you can edit it. You can edit if you take the manga pages and you edit out the words or whatever, that's fine. But then still, sometimes you can still get copyright for it. So it's like a lose-lose situation. And it just frustrates me to no end. It's kind of like, well, YouTube, how did you think you got popular over time? People took videos from things that they saw in public and created music videos and critiques and reviews about it. But now they want to do this whole copyright claim of like people because they if the company owns the stuff, you already made money off of it. You get what I'm saying? You already made money off of it. So let people review your stuff, critique your stuff, but stop with the whole copyright infringement nonsense. It's so aggravating. It really is aggravating, honestly. Oh, and by the way, I put up that Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 thoughts and stuff like that, because I know a lot of people, some people were asking me when I was going to talk about it. I did talk about it. It's just that I forgot to put it out there. So I finally put it out there. So if you guys want to go and check that video out, it's down there. You know, under my videos, you can see it. So I put that video out. I know it was a long time coming because I should have put it out when the news was hot. And I thought I recorded it as soon as it happened. It's just that life happened and I just I thought I had it ready and it just never happened. So you know how it goes. Sorry. Had to drink some juice right quick. And I haven't got a chance to get the Mega Man Battle Network collection too. That's one game I definitely want to get. I can't wait. I'm super excited for it. So I'm just saying, I'm super, 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 super excited. I'm super, 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 super excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to get it. So we gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Well, I'm not gonna stream it or anything because who got time to be streaming, y'all? I am not doing that. That is too much work. I will play the video games and I will just leave a review for you guys. I am not one of those game channels that have the time to sit down and stream a game for you guys. I just do not have that kind of free time. As much as I wish I could, but nope. The only way that'll happen is I will have to become a millionaire. And YouTube will be my like I would have to be making money, a lot of money from YouTube in order for me to be like, yeah, I can do all of this. Because a lot of people forget, like, as much as I know a lot of people want this stuff from some of us creators, it'd be hard. It'd be hard because I got a life and I got a job. You know, as much as I would love to try to entertain you guys as much as possible, is just not feasible as much as I would like to do. So I try to give you what I can when I can. You know what I'm saying? we just do what we gotta do. Hey, you know. Um, damn it, that damn stupid song is in my head. I got two songs in my head that that I've been trying to get out my head right about now, but but I can't. I read Witch Hat Alter. I never heard of that one. I never heard of that one. That sound like that magical girl kind of book or whatever. But I do enjoy me some Card Captor Sakura. So if it's something like that, then it might be interesting. Oh, did you guys see the trailers that they've been releasing for Sailor Moon Cosmo Crystal? Like I can't wait to see I can't wait to see it because now we finally get like these we finally get the real ending of it and stuff like that. Do I like Imagine Dragons? Yes. I'm not like a big fan, but I do like them. I enjoy them. I'm just glad that we get to finally see the Sailor Scouts with their eternal powers. But you know, my baby Sailor Jupiter. Woo! Now that's a bad one right there. I love me some Sailor Jupiter. Matter of fact, since I'm gonna talk about her, let me see. Hmm. Let me see. Hold on. Gotta pull up the thing so you guys can see what I'm about to do. Look at my baby. Look at her. Ain't she? Oh, Look at her. Look at my baby. Woo! Eternal Sailor Jupiter. Look at her. Ain't she gorgeous? Yes, that's my baby right now. I love me some Eternal Sailor Jupiter. No, not really. I don't care for Arcana like that. It's okay, but I'm not really hyped about it. If that's what you're wondering. I don't know anything about Gamma monsters, so but look at her. Look at her. Ain't she cute? She is so cute. Oh, I think those are crystal patterns right there. I just noticed that. Look at that. Look at her. She's so tall and so awesome. But I did hear that whatchamacallit went viral the other day, Ruby. For all the wrong reasons. It went viral with that stupid Justice League Ruby movie, and I guess the latest volume 8 or 9 or whatever and stuff like that. It's just a hot mess of a show. But I dropped Ruby a long time ago. I think volume 3 is probably where I dropped out anyway. Let's see. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let's do a snipe video right quick. Let's see what this one's about, because I just a friend just told me this. So we'll stripe this video. Her and Sailor Venus are mine. Yes. Yes. I love me my Sailor Jupiter. My other Sailor Scout that I would probably like after Sailor Jupiter. That's a good question, because I've been so fascinated with Jupiter that I never really thought like what my other favorite Sailor Scout would be. Honestly, I would probably say Sailor Mars, because I do like fire. So Sailor Mars could be the next one. Definitely, I definitely love, but Sailor Jupiter is my number one. Like, I love me some Sailor Jupiter. I love Sailor Jupiter so much. It's like, it's not even funny right now. Let me snipe this video, because somebody told me, and we can talk about this video while I'm sniping it. See what they're talking about. It's an Eric July video, so I know you guys enjoy stuff like that. So let's see what Eric talking about.
I would encourage you to watch my previous videos on this topic. The CW is not profitable and has not been profitable in a long time, which is why they had issues trying to find people to buy in into the actual program in itself. It's kind of crazy that a company, I guess, can operate for that long without being profitable, but that's the case. Go watch those previous videos. DC, of course, has played a role in the CW as of recent years. Definitely when they even out.
Okay. So basically, he's saying the CW is expected to cancel 2 more DC shows. Well, The Flash is ending this year, and the only 2 other shows is Gotham Knights, which I heard is hot trash. I've watched Ash from Heel versus Babyface like lose his goddamn mind over it. Maybe I should like do a review of episode 1 just to see how bad it is. And Superman and Lois. But Superman and Lois was always too good for the CW anyway. And then I think what also kind of derailed a little bit of Superman and Lois' success is the fact that they, towards season 2, they said that, oh, it's not connected to Supergirl or the other Arrowverse shows, which makes no sense, because the Superman and Lois is a spinoff of Supergirl. Like, that's the reason why the show got greenlit, because Superman was such was so integral to Supergirl that it made no sense for them to separate. And I think that set that show up for failure. And then, of course, the original actor, Jordan Issa, he left the show. So that could also go down to why a lot of people really haven't been watching it. And especially when the show first started, they were using that show to push Supergirl. So it's weird that they even said, oh, never mind, it's not connected anymore. Well, then you made it where it's no point of people watching the show. Then you get what I'm saying? Because there are, like, believe it or not, there are people who watch Supergirl that came from Supergirl and the other Arrowverse shows to watch Superman and Lois. So it's strange that they made that decision. Gamma monsters are like the Hulk. Well, I mean, I know about Hulk's children, if that's what you're wondering. I do know about Hulk's children. Lord have mercy. Why is it so? Wait, hold on. I know about those children. Let me see what else is saying. Looks like a mix of the 90s, man. The manga still, I love it. Yeah, they're trying to make the manga and keep some of the 90s essence in there when they're while they're doing Sailor Moon Crystal. Mars has always been mine. Jupiter is definitely a high tier among most of the inner guardians. Yeah. I love me some Sailor Jupiter. Like, when she showed up, her tall ass, and then she got super strength. She was kicking ass, and then she had thunder powers. I'm like, sign me up. Like, hell yes. I honestly don't. I'm more upset that there wasn't more battles with Sailor Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? Which I appreciate the 90s show. That's why I appreciate the 90s show, because in the manga you don't really see the Sailor Scouts do as much. But when you get to the 90s show, there are times where they expand on, you know, the Sailor Scouts outside of Sailor Moon. So I appreciate the show doing that. Let's see what else is Eric saying.
I was in the review space. All those DC shows that were dropped by CW still being dropped by CW. It does look like they are expected. However, because they are reorganizing some stuff again. Watch those previous videos on the CW that I've done, trying to become, because they do hope to become profitable. There's going to be some reorganization, and part of that reorganization means cancellations, all of that stuff. Says the CW right here is reported by The Direct. Actually, I believe it was originally reported by Variety, if I'm not mistaken, that CW is expected to cancel 2 more DC shows. As the ongoing reimagining of the CW continues, cuts to the network scripted content have been plentiful since a major stake in the CW of purchase last year by broadcast group Nexstar. Again, we covered all that. The emphasis has been less and less on scripted series like that of Arrowverse and its other DC properties, and more on low-cost unscripted content like the Live Golf Tour and all that stuff, live sports, which, look, man, they're trying to make money. If they're not making money off of this product,
but my thing is, it's their fault. It is literally the CW Warner Brothers fault for the reason why they're not making money off of the Arrowverse. Because first off, the Arrowverse decided to get cheap anyway. When they started production of the Arrowverse in Canada, that was already stupid because they didn't want to pay a lot of taxes when they're doing it in America. So they filmed it in Canada or whatever. And a lot of those actors get kind of tired, especially if they're not from Canada, being in a country that's constantly cold. I guess Vancouver is constantly windy or cold or whatever, which makes it uncomfortable, especially when they're doing night shoot and you got to pretend like it's hot outside. You know what I'm saying? Then you got writers that wanted to race swap, gender swap, sexuality swap these characters while your fans are saying like, hey, can you stop doing that? Then they will ignore some of the characters' history and lore to make it their own kind of thing. And you're just like, again, what's happening here? Then, of course, it was the messaging, it was preaching and all that nonsense. And you're just like, what's going on? Then most of the time, the cast is standing around, sitting and talking and sitting and talking. And it just got tiring. Like, there's only so much. I want to see more action than y'all talking. You know what I'm saying? The Arrow started off good. The Flash first 2 seasons started off good. Supergirl season 1 and season 2 was not bad. Like, people swear it up and down. Black Lightning, it was just it was a good show. It's just that it was forgotten about because it was filmed in Atlanta while all the other shows was filmed up in Vancouver. You see how that shit worked. We're not gonna talk about racism if you really want to goddamn talk about some bullshit that CW did. Naomi was hot trash from the jump. Batwoman was hot trash from the jump. Why would you spin off the show and put in Batwoman? Out of all the Bat characters that you could have brought in, you should have brought in Batman or Nightwing. Matter of fact, Arrow was building up to Batman for so long that it didn't make no sense not to have Batman. That's why it just didn't make no sense that Superman was not looking for his best friend in the Arrowverse shows. Because when they merged the Earths together, Superman was still there. And I'm just like, okay, but he knows Batman. And Supergirl mentioned Batman too. So again, what was happening right there just didn't make no logical sense at all. So they brought it on themselves with the nonsense. Now it's not profitable. Now the ratings are in a slip. So now Superman and Lois most likely going to get canceled. Gotham Knight is most likely going to get canceled. First off, Gotham Knight shouldn't even have been greenlit because it was hot trash to begin with. And that's what I'm saying. CW greenlight stuff that nobody asks for at all. And I just don't understand that nonsense to me. It really bothers my spirit. Like, people are telling you what they don't want, and y'all still doing the same shit. Make it make sense. That's a good question. That's a good question, Kay. I don't know why they didn't do Batman. They led up to it because, Lord, I know that the reason why they couldn't do Superman at first is because of Man of Steel and the DCEU, because they didn't want to get people confused with Batman and Superman. That's why Batman and Superman weren't allowed on TV, because they were using them in the movies. But even then, people, we know the difference. We know multiverses already, so it just didn't make no logical sense. Have you ever heard of soldering? No, I don't know what that is. Sup, fierce apathetic back queen. But they brought it on themselves, honestly. It's unprofitable, but it's y'all fault.
You got to expect pivot. Definitely, if you get new owners, new majority holders that one, of course, get a return on that. That's gonna be what's gonna dictate the future. All this come amongst number of recent, DC cancellations by the network, which include Batwoman. We covered that, Legends of Tomorrow, and Stargirl. Right now, according to Variety, Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights are on the chopping block as the network continues its ongoing retooling. Superman and Lois in the midst of the third season on the CW, meaning it has come to pass, which Variety noted that it will likely, the upcoming season 3 finale will also be the series finale. So they may be chopping them both. I've also seen reports, I don't have them pulled up right here, that they were going to choose between one or the other. And I believe that Superman and Lois cost more to make than what this Gotham Knights series, which is again the other show that's on the chopping block, which just had its first series or first season not too long ago. News of it looked like it was dead on arrival upon announcement. It didn't look intriguing by any means at all. But yeah, it's to be expected. This isn't necessarily breaking news. It's just what happens. And this is why I said, now I'll cover this in other videos I've had before, but I want to do another one really talking about when you're left with, I guess you have to take advantage of that window that you have, right? It was a time period where comic book based media had the most attention and eyes that it had because normies had started to flock through it. You had the growth of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all of that. And instead of taking advantage of it, they tried to modernize the stuff in itself, which is why you got all these goofy adaptations of these these characters. MCU is now falling off, I'd argue, because of it. And it seems like that mystique, of course, has long been gone, but the ability to just be able to crap out decent stuff or decently received stuff is gone, and normies are inevitably going to move on to something else, which is why you don't deviate from that, because you've turned off two audience.
He's right about that. They had an opportunity to bring people in, and instead of embracing the fans that you already had, instead of catering the show for the comic book fans, you said, no, let's modernize it for the normie audience. And now you not only did you push and disrespect the comic book fans, the loyal fans that you had, the normie fans are now being turned off because they're like, well, this stuff is boring. You know what I'm saying? Because there's only so much time you can keep playing that same stitch of, here's a character, this character happens to be male in the comic books, but now we're going to make them female, or this character happens to be white, let's make them black. This character happened to be straight, let's make them gay. There's only so much time people are going to come back for that. That's great that you might have a normie audience that like it, but that normie audience isn't the audience that's going to isn't buying the comic books or the merchandise for that stuff. It was the comic book fans that you had that you pushed out of the way for the normie audience, because that audience was more important, because you saw dollar signs instead of growing the and embracing the fans that you already had. And yes, it's great that the normie audience was getting into it, but you should have still catered to the original fan base, because if the normie fans had dropped off, you would have had still a strong, loyal fan base. And that's what a lot of these companies and movie sets and companies, they're not understanding. They think that because they see the normie audience come to the box office or whatever, and because they're bringing a lot of money or whatever, that they can make all these changes for the modern audience, but disrespecting the loyal audience that you already had before it was popular. Because the normie audience is more flaky than the actual fans of the brand. And that's the thing. That's the problem right there. That is true. That is why Japan is kicking their ass. What, a live stream? I know, right? Rolling Dodge. I can't even believe it. Just me explaining why I haven't did live streams in a long time. Are you going to get the Legend of Zelda game? No, I don't really care about Legend of Zelda. Mega Man, hell yes, I'm getting Mega Man Battle Network collection. Street Fighter, I don't know if I'm getting Street Fighter. It looks good though. What are your thoughts about Valiant IDW? Looking like they may be closing down, better on streaming, rushing their comics, and trying to be the MCU. Sup, Faith? Well, my thoughts on that is that they get what they deserve, honestly. Valid comic books had like a big boom in 2012. Between 2012 and 2016, Valid was firing off cylinders. Then they got bitches in there who decided diversity and inclusion was the way to go, right? They kicked out the people that had a good grasp on the continuity of the characters. They let whoever run it. They let females like Heather Santos run things. Then they greenlight characters like Faith, Hubert, fat ass. The reason why IDW, the reason why they did that is because all the licensed stuff they had, they started focusing on LGBT topics like Transformers. Why do we have trans characters in Transformers? Oh, I was originally a he, but now I'm a she. Then you got non-binary Transformers. Get the hell out of here. G.I. Joe, characters who if you've been following G.I. Joe, you know who these characters are. But now all of a sudden, the next time you see them, they're another race or another gender. And then some of the characters are now obese and buff and women and lesbians and gays, and you have to like it and stuff like that. Guess what? Dropped off a cliff. Like, you can't Teenage Mutant Turtles. You focused on a fanfic character that nobody asked for, put Jenica in there, focused on LGBT crap, focused on Monster Town as a allegory to trans lives, and pushed out the Teenage Mutant Turtles to the point where, in order for the Teenage Mutant Turtles to survive, they had to create a spinoff series called TMNT: The Last Ronin. Make that shit make sense. When you put shit that don't make no sense, look, Ethan Van Stiver has put this plainly and clearly, and I'm going to say it too. Eric Lighton said it. I'm quite sure a lot of people have said it. Comic books are visual media, and your target audience is mostly white, straight, and male. I don't give a damn what anybody's telling you. I don't give a damn if they want more diversity and inclusion. It's not that the audience is not there. Yes, I am black. Yes, I'm reading comic books, but there's not enough me's to read comic books. There wasn't enough me's to support the comic books back in the day because people, a lot of minority diverse people didn't care about comic books like that. They saw them, yeah, they were cool, but for every 100 white person that was reading comic books, there were maybe like 2 to 3 blacks, one Asian, and maybe 3 Latinos. You get what I'm saying? And I'm talking about in America. We're not talking about in other countries. We're talking about the target audience. Your target audience is American people. That is your target audience, not the world, because a lot of people keep talking about, oh, these characters are so much bigger. Goku is so much bigger than Japan, but he's still a Japanese hero. He's not considered a world hero. It's the same thing with Superman. Superman may be international, but he's still an American hero. You get what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy that they think that they can do nonsense like this and then expect you to be like, yeah, you're gonna still read it. No, that's not what the fuck I signed up for. That's not what we signed up for. That's why people, walked away from it. Let's see. The characters for SF Street Fighter 6 looks so good, by the way. Yeah. How is Heather still in comics? I don't know how Heather is still in comics. Bitch still begging for money too. And that's the crazy thing that I never quite understood. Let's just break it down for a minute, because I want to talk to y'all, semi-creator to customers, supporters, or whatever. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I just want you guys to understand something. You got people like Heather Santos who will bash you guys all day damn long, talk trash about your community, try to get people fired from their jobs, and then talk about, oh, I got a Patreon and I got a whatever the little a cash app where you guys can, help me get some money to make it through the next month, because the money's been a little bit tight or whatever. And it's crazy. I'm not saying that anybody in my audience, but I'm just going to use y'all as an example. Y'all will go and support that over somebody like me who said, hey, I do a little bit of drawings. I'm not like the best artist or whatever, and I try my best to entertain you. Hey, here's five. How about donating $5 towards a drawing? Or hey, follow my Twitter or Instagram account. You get what I'm saying? And half of y'all can't do that, but you can support the person that's calling y'all out y'all names. You get what I'm saying? Again, not saying that it's y'all in the audience. I'm just using y'all as an example of like, you see how crazy that is? You see how people like her can trash talk y'all all day long and y'all will still support her, because apparently she's able to get money out of people, so she's clearly doing something right. While somebody like me, oh, I'm nice to you guys, I try to make things for you guys and stuff like that, and then when I say, hey, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow the coffee page, and if you want to join, request it, it'll be like $5 to $10 or something like that, right? Crickets. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those kind of things. It's just like, well, clearly the audience must love this, because I mean, it's a small group of audience, but it's just like, well, we're gonna slap the people in the face that actually want to give us something over the people that don't want to give us something. You get what I'm saying? Because like right now, you got Chip Zdarsky with that whole Spider-Man thing. Stop buying Peter Parker Spider-Man books. Y'all will still buy the Peter Parker Spider-Man books, get upset, and I'm like, stop buying the books. Buy Miles Morales, buy Spider-Gwen. I don't care what you buy, but don't buy Zap Wells' Spider-Man run. He is literally slapping y'all in the face. And it seems like some of y'all can't help it. You like the abuse. You like when these people call y'all out y'all names and stuff like that. It must be something to turn y'all on, because that's the crazy thing about it. Like, while you're trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to stick it to Comicsgate or stick it to people who goes against the grain or whatever. And it's just like, why? Because we're talking truth. I'm just telling the truth. Why support company or people who will trash talk you all day damn long, give you your ass to kiss, and yet you'll still support them on a nonsense? Even though Heather's not getting that much support, she's still getting some support where she's able to make it by next month before she e-begs all over again. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Gail Simone, Joe Glass, Vita Ayala, like almost all the damn females that done walked up into comic books. All of them are the same as some of the woke men too that's with them. They can't bring an audience, but for some reason, let's keep giving them jobs. Let's keep supporting them. It baffles the mind. It baffles the mind, honestly. Did I hear about T. Franklin and how she lost her mind? Yes, I did hear about that. TMNT was so good, but it became trash after issue 100. Yeah. That's why IDW had their license taken away. Yeah, because they're trash. Jenica Turtle design is even based off of Sophie Campbell's OC Artemis. She was better off with the red hood and assassin get up. Honestly, she should have just been a human supporting character, and that's it. DC has a bad habit of teasing stuff and having it lead to nothing. Yeah. Especially with the DCEU, everything that Snyder built up to, they were like, well, it's a dead end there, so let's reboot the universe. What are you talking about? He was leading up to Dark Side. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's keep going. No. It's a dead end. Oh, okay. Sure. It's funny they beg on streaming platforms, but look like they are in decline. It will probably get real ugly considered the current writer strike. Yeah, it's crazy. Like they talking about, oh, writer strike or whatever. And it's kind of funny because I think your boy Zach was like, hey, dummies, you guys aren't part of the writer strike because you guys don't work in the in film and television industry. You guys work in comic books. So no, you continue to write, dum dums. I was like, yeah, that's so hilarious. That is hilarious. That's something that they need to stop doing. They need, stop trashing the fans. And what we need to do is, as fans, we need to stop supporting it. When they trash you, say the hell no, kiss my ass. Like, for instance, like everybody talking about, oh, the Flash movie. I don't like Ezra Miller, but I'm going for Michael Keaton's Batman. For what? There is 2 perfectly good Batman movies with Michael Keaton in there, and there's a few comic books featuring Michael Keaton, and there's a few video games featuring Michael Keaton's Batman. If you really need your fix, you do not need to go see the Flash. You really don't. You get what I'm saying? Like, why support a company that'll stand by a pedophilia and a weirdo that does terrible things, but then get rid of Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, just to name a few people they got rid of just because for the hell of it. You know, I hope that people will eventually stop buying Spider-Man. Yeah, they really do need to stop buying Spider-Man at this point. Like, I don't know what the fuck is up with Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I blame the companies. They dumb enough to hire them face turtle. Yeah, but at the same time, as fans, we gotta stop buying the shit. We gotta stop buying and supporting the stuff. I mean, even though we are not buying the stuff, it's still a few of us that'll still try to support that nonsense just so we can be like nanny boo boo to the people who not buying the stuff. Like, it's stupid. It is dumb. Hey Trey and chat. If the companies got boycott, probably like Bud Light, for example, I promise you we wouldn't be in this culture war right now we're in. Yeah, you're right about that. Sup, Dr. Hino. I think honest that you, Trey, or any real fans could do a better job. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could. And that's the problem. They don't want people like us. They don't want people like us, honestly. Like, for instance, Nate Moore, one of the executives from Marvel, said that they don't want fans. They don't want fans to work on Marvel movies or whatever because they have a perception of what needs to be, and we want people that don't have a perception of these characters so we can do something different. Why? That's the problem. Every time y'all do something different, it don't work out. Then we get mad. Then people get mad, and then they walk away from the stuff. Refuse to be stupid, man. Give them a bone and they'll shut. Give them a bone and they'll shut up. It seems like it. It really does seem like it. That's the reason why I stopped supporting Funimation after the whole Vic Mignogna situation, and their fake virtue signaling and fake performance activists. Yeah, sometimes you gotta put. I'm not saying you gotta completely boycott stuff, but sometimes you got to just be like, no, hell no, I rebuke in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying of course, I'm not saying we can boycott everything because WB, Disney, all these companies have hands in so many things that even if we wanted to boycott certain things, we just couldn't. But there are times where I just think that as fans, we just need to put our foot down and be like, no. Like, I think with the upcoming Flash movie, no, it doesn't matter if Michael Keaton's Batman is in there. It doesn't matter that Ben Affleck's Batman is in there. The answer is no. Nuh-uh. Nit. No. Nah. Nut. Nit. Nyuk. No. Do not watch the movie. Fuck Ezra Miller. Fuck Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just no. Just no to all of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I support creators like you, Trey. Refuse to be stupid. Yes, Dr. Hino. I enjoy the current decline of MCU. Rest in peace, anime English dub. Yeah, but there's other people outside of Funimation that are doing dubs, Fierce Apathetic Black Queen. So you can always find other places that are dubbing it. You know what I mean? Now we got a voice actor identifying as trans man and trans woman and non-binary. Oh God, shoot me now, Anthony. I ain't got time for that bullshit. I don't care. I know Disney owns ESPN. Get right. So even you, that makes it even hard. But I'm glad Bud Light is learning this lesson though, because they're losing badly. And then Disney's losing badly too. Like they lost what 4 million. They lost 4 million subscribers from Disney Plus. They lost 300. They like what 300,000 people here in the United States. It's still not profitable at all. They canceled a few shows as it is. So what that tell you, you know? And then another thing, let's talk about one more thing, because let me pull up this one other thing, because y'all like I'm so tired of everybody telling me about this, and I'm trying to figure out like, oh, okay, let me put a stop to let me put a little thing to this, because I needs to know. I needs to understand why this is happening right now, because ain't nobody giving me a good explanation at all. So hold on. Let me share the screen. So let's talk about y'all precious Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie, okay? Because this movie is underperforming right now. Now, again, how many times have I heard James Gunn is an amazing director? James Gunn can do no wrong. James Gunn made the best trilogy of the entire MCU. James Gunn's this, James Gunn's that, blah 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 blah, praising him. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Why is it underperforming? I want answers. Yes, chat, I want answers. Somebody give me an answer, because I need to know. Because y'all keep telling me James Gunn is this amazing director. People keep telling me James Gunn is this amazing director. He does amazing work. He's way better than Snyder and stuff like that. His movies are better. Snyder's trash and all that kind of stuff. Okay, if that's the case, why are people not showing up for James Gunn's movies? This is the third time y'all done hyped this man up and y'all ain't showed up for it. No, matter of fact, this ain't even the third time, but we're just gonna count this. We just gonna say you didn't show up for the Suicide Squad. You didn't show up for Peacemaker. You didn't show up for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. You didn't show up for Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas Special. You didn't show up for the Rocket and Groot little mini series as well. So again, tell me how he's a good director and how he was a better choice for DCU moving forward when y'all can't even show up for his movies. Everybody keep talking about, oh, the Snyder cultists are the minority. Well, if they're the minority, why the hell are you guys not showing up? I'm sorry, MCU fans. Hello, MCU fans, real MCU fans, real James Gunn fans. Where you guys at? Where you guys at? Because anytime Zack Snyder does something, any kind of event he does for support, whether he's raising money or whatever, sold out in seconds. James Gunn does something, y'all can't show up for it. I'm just confused on how he was a good choice over Snyder. And it's not even about me being a fan of Snyder or anything, or being a Snyder fanboy or whatever and all that nonsense. I really need to know, because this movie is underperforming, regardless of what the situation is. This movie has underperformed. This movie, first off, cost $250 million to make, plus $100 million for marketing, plus whatever reshoots they did. You got to add in maybe $80 million to that. Then you have to add in the partner deals that they have with Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Volume 3. So the movie needs to make what, $850 million just to break even, barely. But nobody's really buying Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 merchandise. The good word of mouth, yes, that's great that you guys are telling me that the movie's good, but why nobody's showing up for it? Why is nobody showing up for it? You can't keep talking about that this man is good, but then ain't nobody showing up for it. That's the same thing when they did Ava DuVernay when she was the hottest thing on the planet at the time. She's a great director. She's awesome. She does amazing work. Okay, she did about 4 things. She did about 4 movies or whatever, and they flopped at the box office, and yet people still talking about she's a great director. How, Sway? Because she keep failing. And this is the same thing for Gunn. I told y'all, Guardians of the Galaxy, the reason why Guardians of the Galaxy worked is because it was in the MCU. They could have put shit on a plate and put that shit on the big screen and called it an MCU movie. Everybody would have went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. I'm really being honest right about now. You can't tell me that if I was WB, I'd be questioning David Zaslav pick for James Gunn, because I'd be like, this motherfucker done underperformed 3 times. The Suicide Squad failed. He failed with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. He failed with Peacemaker. And people really aren't excited about his announcements. We need to kind of talk about that. Why did you sign him again? Oh, okay. Because honestly, what movie have y'all seen that proved that James Gunn can run the DC universe? None. Wow, the costumes look terrible in this poster. It does. And most of the time, they don't even wear those costumes. They wear their original costumes from the comic books. That a lot of people didn't even realize that. Hold on, let me scroll up and see what you guys are saying. Trash movie from a trash company. Yeah, Dr. Hino, you right about that. Trey, will you live stream anymore? I don't know. Sometimes. I like I said before, Roland Dodge, before you came in, I said the reason why I haven't a live stream is because I got complacent. Because now that me, Dylan, and a few people that I was streaming with was taking hiatus, it kind of gave me an excuse and kind of not to do it. Plus, I've been working a lot. Then personal family issues happened, and it just kind of made me be like, well, I don't really have to live stream. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think anybody really want to watch me on a live stream by myself without having a guest or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't do the live stream. Well, Chris Pratt is getting his money still. I mean, that's great for him. Personally, this is why I'm more enthusiastic about sub than dub these days. Try not to be anti-America or whatever. You get American voice actors active on Twitter versus people that actually put the work in. Yeah, I think James Gunn is overrated. He's definitely overrated. Crypto is just the means to distract you from the fact that James Gunn is most likely going to bastardize Superman. That's what I think too. Why do people hate Zack Snyder so much? Because he went in a darker direction with the characters for DC. Because he wanted them to go through a hero's journey and a tragedy first before they become the heroes that they were. Because people wanted the characters to be how they were. Like instead of them going through the heroic change, they should have automatically been the characters by the time we get to the movie. And that's the problem, honestly. People hate on Zack Snyder, yet his movies make tons of money. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, it don't make no sense. If that's the case, why does Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Justice League keep getting sold out anytime they release stuff? Anytime they release merchandise surrounding that stuff, why does it get sold out then? You can't keep talking about it's terrible, but yet merchandise sales are proven different. DVD sales are proven different. I'm just saying. Saw the new George Foreman movie as an alternative than all this stuff DC and Marvel. Alternative's the way to go. Yeah. I think it's because normies are as not interested in superhero genre anymore. I also think they're getting burnt out in this point. That's true. And on top of that, they're probably tired of the start something and then start it over again, like DC's about to do. You really think, like I keep trying to tell people, it's not a good idea for DC to reboot the universe before the DCEU has done anything. You need to have the DCEU characters fight Dark Side, go through the nightmare scenario that Snyder cooked up for them, and then have them fight Dark Side, and then save the world. And at the cost of saving the world, they create a new timeline. That's what you should do. But no. But Trey, aren't you tired of everything being like I am, of everything and anything trying to be like the MCU? Oh, I've been tired. I've been tired of that. There is no doubt in my mind. I've definitely been tired of that. Like it's no secret for me. I've always been tired of it. And it just aggravates me. It's just aggravating, honestly. It really is. That's true. That is definitely true. It's what we leave behind. Oh, hold on, Lord have mercy. I clicked off of the stream thing. Okay, I'm still. I have heard Normie say that they are sick of superhero movies, and I don't blame them. I mean, I don't blame them either, because they made it to the point where you got to watch every show, got to read almost every tie-in material or whatever just to follow along or whatever. Like it was fun. It was fun for a little while, but like I said, when you make changes to the point where the Normie audience walks away, it's a problem. People don't understand. There's only so much tolerance people have for certain things, and I think changing the characters around so frequently to the point where they're not recognizable, which I think that's the MCU fault. I'm not going to fault the DCU for telling stories differently, because the characters still look like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman or whatever. It's just that they went a different route than Marvel's silly nature for the characters, you know. Even some small IPs are trying to make a verse or something. Yeah, they're trying. Everybody's trying to do their own MCU series or shows or whatever, and that's great and all, but you gotta have variety in it. And because Disney brought Marvel early on, when Marvel were trying to do something different, it messed up the fact that if anybody wanted to try to do something different outside of the norm of Marvel, you're going to be looked at you're going to be looked at as some kind of outcast. You know what I'm saying? It it's just hard, honestly. It really is hard. And I think if Marvel had let if Disney had let Marvel Studios differentiate the genres and make it different instead of trying to make it for everyone, then I think superhero movies would be around longer or whatever. But then when you got people like, hey, let's replace all the male characters with females, and let's replace all the white characters with minority characters, it just doesn't feel authentic to the world it's in. That's why people just be like, screw it, you know? Let's see. I don't like when they make everything connected and make everything a cinematic universe. I don't want everything to be connected. Yeah, not everything needs to be connected. Trey, is Valid still planning a Faith movie despite their financial troubles? From what I heard, yes. From what I heard, dang, Jim Shooter should have got control of Marvel. He should have. You seen what Dark Horse did lately? Oh yeah, the that terrible thing. Hold on, I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me get that. Let me pull that up right quick too, because that's just stupid. Let me see. Hold on. Let me where the streaming thing you at? Okay. Let me stop sharing that and then share this, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Hold on. I thought I pulled it up. Teamwork. Work together. Hold on. The darn stupid thing loading up slow. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, I got it. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Darn thing was acting up. Okay. So Dark Horse decided that Whoopi Goldberg was now a comic book fan, and she's gonna make a comic book called The Change, and it's about a fat black old woman who decided that well, not decided, but when she got menopause, that's when her superpowers kicked in, and she's here to tell people. I mean, she's here to save the day and showing that she can still be old, having hot flashes, boobs not what they used to be, everything sagging and old, but she can still be a superhero. Who the fuck is this for? Like, with all due respect, who is this for? And you know what's funny is when I made a comment about it, somebody was trying to say that I was jealous. I was jealous that my comic book didn't get picked up. And I'm like, well, I would be jealous if I had a comic book, but I don't have a comic book. Like, what are you talking about? You're just mad that comic books is doing better than they ever have. When? How? Who's buying it? Please tell me please tell me how DC and Marvel made $1 million off of one comic book. They're not. They were like, well, they made 2.3 billion last year. Yeah, outside of other things. They're not making it based on solely on their comic books. Name one comic book that's selling in the millions right now from DC and Marvel. I'll wait. That everybody's talking about. I'll wait. You hear that? Crickets, because there is none. Who is this for? Again, your target audience reader. Say it with me, class. White, straight, and male. Why are we still doing this nonsense? Who wants to read about Whoopi Goldberg? Most people my age don't even like her ass because she opened her big ass mouth on The View. I'm sorry, she is not somebody that a lot of comic book fans are going to be looking forward to. They just don't. Who the hell cares about this nonsense? The MCU stands are annoying. Yes, they are. If Disney and Marvel screws up Fantastic Four or the X-Men live action, then it's definitely over for the MCU. Yeah, it's definitely over for them at that point. Oh Lord, this is like free bleeding nonsense. Tell me about it. Mantle swaps nowadays are forced. That's true. This is cringe. My mom loves Whoopi, but this is a bad idea. Yeah, it is. Whoopi Goldberg being a comic book fan is like being a fan of Lord of the Rings. Anyone remember J.K. Tolan? Straight white and male. Exactly. I'm mad that they're releasing Berserker deluxe volume. They don't deserve my money, but I only do it because Mr. Morio's because his work is true art. Yes, I will definitely buy Berserk from Dark Horse. It is what it is. I don't like Dark Horse, but Dark Horse knows that they got to make some kind of money. But this isn't a good idea. Maybe she should race and gender swap Whoopi in the comic books. Oh, that would be such a good idea. You know, that would be such a good idea. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'm back. It makes sense when Keanu Reeves made a comic, but it doesn't for Whoopi. Exactly. Like, who the hell's about to read about menopause superhero? And after I got old and I'm losing everything out my body, and I get random hot flashes and stuff like that. Hey, let me get my powers developed after over 50 to 60 years of me not having it. But hey, I gotta show these young people, even though I got menopause and stuff like that, even though I'm going through a lot of bullshit, I'm still gonna be a superhero. Like, it is so dumb. Happy Friday, Makina. But yeah, it's the most baffling thing I've ever seen in my life, and I just don't know what to make of it. Honestly, it's just like, what in God's name is this? But this is what they want. This is what they want. I don't understand. I really don't. I'm more confused than anything else. Like, what is happening here? Like, what are we really doing right now? Cause and then the whole nonsense with Disney versus DeSantis and the Little Mermaid seemed like a big ass flop already, because memes are going around, because it just looks terrible. The earning calls was just terrible for it right about now. The fact that they still losing money, the fact that Disney Plus still isn't profitable, the fact that they're still talking about pushing LGBT content and stuff like that is strange at this point. And I just don't understand. I really don't understand what the hell is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Like, oh, mm-mm, mm-mm. And then, like I said, and in the writer strikes, they're saying that with the writer strikes, they're talking about how it's over for all of the Star Wars show, because the writers haven't really wrote anything for the next series. And of course, with Kathleen Kennedy being a hot mess of a person, you notice how a lot of these companies get ruined once you let females enter them. I don't understand why, but it is what it is. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just letting y'all know how it is. Y'all can get mad at you. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty crazy how you got all of these females coming into these companies. Then as soon as they come into the company, they change everything about it, and then the company starts losing money. But it's everybody else's fault but the executive that you hired. This is the hill they're willing to die on. Yeah. Who is this coming for? Ain't it for you, Anthony? Ain't it for you, Roland Dodge? Don't you love a menopause woman? Is the villain going to be going to be erectile dysfunction? Most likely. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. If that's the hill that they want to die on, let them do it. I triple dog dare them to do it. Oh, there's one thing I want to talk about. Let me see if I can find it right quick, because I had an issue with this right here. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. It's something I need to, because I need to talk about, because it's highly disrespectful for people to even talk about this. But I think the major issue I have is is this clip that I want to show. I gotta find it right quick. Sorry, y'all. I have to find it right quick because I know some people. I don't know if any of you guys seen it, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. Unless somebody removed the clip. Okay. Here's the clip that I want to talk about, y'all. I gotta talk about this clip right here because this right here pisses me off. And the folks on Twitter is a little bit ignorant for it themselves, but I'm more upset at the fact that the writers did that because they were trying to be diversity, inclusion, woke nonsense. So we're going to talk about it. Because I was thinking about making a video about it, but since I can do a live stream talking about this clip, we can just go ahead and do that. So, okay. So I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of the Good Doctor. It's about a doctor who is on the autistic spectrum, and what happened is they decided that they want to bring in that whole trans children nonsense, which you already know how I feel. Trans kids don't exist. There's no such things as trans children. I don't give a damn what anybody said. There's no such thing as trans kids in the conversation. But in this clip, they decided that this child, this boy, is a girl, but he has issues down in his lower regions or whatever, but don't really want to talk about it because the boy is a girl, but clearly it's not a girl, it's clearly a boy. And like I said, the doctor, the main character of the show, he is autistic, and they're trying to get him to understand about trans, gender dysphoria, which he doesn't compute it because his brain doesn't understand it, because he only goes off of facts and logic when it comes to doing good work for his surgeries, for his patients. So let's look at this clip.
Quinn has XY chromosomes like Jared and me, not XX like you. Science says he's male.
No, Quinn has gender dysphoria. Her assigned gender is not the one she identifies with. She's mismatched, Dr. Murphy.
But biologically...
Other than biologically, how do you know you're supposed to be a boy?
Your question doesn't make sense. I'm not supposed to be anything. I am a boy. Biologically, that's it.
Okay, deep tenderness at McBurney's point. Could be acute appendicitis.
Murphy, get imaging to confirm.
Hello. Do you wear dresses?
Murphy? Don't.
Quinn is a boy who thinks he's a girl. I want to know why he thinks that.
Sometimes I wear dresses, but sometimes I wear leggings.
Do you like the color pink?
I'm more of a purple girl.
Do you play with dolls?
Since I was 5, but I'm super into mermaids.
Do you take dance?
Murphy, 20 questions are up.
I only asked 4. Do you wear
Doesn't
perfume?
matter. CT's ready. Let's
Do
go.
you always paint your nails?
Let's go.
Do you think he's complicated or confused?
He's definitely confused.
Dude, you gotta quit calling her a he. We're never going to win this competition if you're disrespecting our patient. Don't they have transgender people in Wyoming?
Okay. Transgender patient care was not part of my medical school curriculum. Was it part of yours?
No.
Quinn doesn't have appendicitis. He has testicular cancer.
She.
You see how stupid it is? They are literally trying to force this crap on somebody. But the problem is about this is that while I understand there are people who might be confused about their gender, and that's a mental issue that you really need to get talked to. The problem is that he is still, the doctor himself is still autistic, which that is something that's messed up when he was, when he came out the womb, things didn't go right, like in the brain itself. That is more believable than somebody saying that, hey, I believe I am a girl when you're clearly a guy at the age of like 3 or 4 or something like that. And I find it highly disrespectful because while we're trying to push this transgender person down, we're disrespecting a person that actually have a real mental thing that can't really be controlled, which is autism. You know what I'm saying? So that's really way more concerning than somebody who believes that they are gender that they're really not. And then people start trying to make fun of the doctor because he had a moment where he was like, I am a surgeon. And they were like, that's a terrible representation for autistic people. Hold on. Let's throw the flag on the play. Autism is a spectrum. Just because your autistic ass is different, have different issues than certain autistic people, not all autistic people are the same. And sometimes autistic people do have mental breakdowns, whether they're adult, whether they are a child. Do not sit up here and say that, oh, that's not true because an autistic person. No, just because you have autism doesn't mean that you have his form of autism, because each autistic person is special because they understand the world in different ways. Like again, I'll go back on to a show that I was telling you guys about earlier. Extraordinary Attorney Woo Young Woo. It's a Korean drama series about a girl who has autism, and she's the first autistic person to become a lawyer, right, in South Korea. But she only understands things in law and through whales. Yes, in order for her to understand things, she goes back and use whales all the time. She's very uncomfortable. Sometimes she'll have outbursts or whatever, and it's subtle autism, but it's still autism. You get what I'm saying? In order for her to understand things, she understands things through whales and the law. Like that's how her father got her to understand him, by teaching her law because she was into law. Or that's how she just understood things, or whales because she loves marine biology, but she really loves whales and sea creatures the most. So for people to be like, oh, this person would never, you don't know that, because again, each autistic person is different than the next autistic person. Some autistic people like trains and correlate their answers through through using trains, or some autistic people understand things through science, or let's say, for instance, shoes or whatever. And that's just how they work, because their brain correlates certain things in order for them to understand us. So to sit up there and say that he would never do something like that, it's like, well, how would you know? Do you have autism? And if you do have autism, what point of the spectrum are you on to know that? Because even if you go by your own autistic needs and wants, your autistic needs and wants might not work with another person who has autism. Even if they have the same spectrum as you, they might see something different than you do. You get what I'm saying? So it's so weird that people were like talking about that and trying to make fun of him, because they were upset that he would keep referring to the patient as a boy, because he is a boy. Because things like this, look, the boy has testicular cancer. Girls can't get testicular cancer. This is why it's important that when a patient comes in, they need to know their biological sex. Because my mom, she works in the medical field. She deals with that stuff too. They was like, we can't really play that kind of game of, he said just because he looks like a female, we have to treat him like a male because he has male body parts, because we need to know what's going on in order to treat him. So you can't play that game when you're in the medical field. I know there are some people that do want to play that game, but for the most part, most people don't play that game, because they know that when it comes to trying to figure out what's going on in your body or whatever, we need to know what's really happening. We need to know what medicine or stuff like that that's messing up, and we can't afford using. Well, I'm a girl and stuff like that. Well, no, you're not. You're a damn boy, so we're going to treat you like a boy because we have to make sure that everything is okay. And I believe the boy got testicular cancer by probably trying to push down his damn dick, because he has a goddamn penis and he was probably going through puberty. That's why his ass probably got testicular cancer, because he's wearing tight stuff and probably trying to prevent his ass from growing and stuff like that. But to keep trying to say, oh, you're never going to win anything with this. Well, first off, you know how that doctor is. That doctor is autistic and he only understands things in a logical, straightforward manner. You can't, with people like him, you can try to explain things all you want to, but all it's going to do is make them more curious. It's going to make them ask more questions, and they're not going to understand things like some of us are supposed to understand. That's why all this nonsense sometimes is crazy. But I find it funny that we'll dismiss somebody that has an actual mental issue. It doesn't matter if he's an actor or not. The character in the show has a real mental issue compared to somebody who believes that they are in the wrong body, which again, he could just be a feminine bitch ass boy, not a damn girl. All that exists are men, women, boys, and girls, as Gothic would say. Exactly. I watched some of the first season, and the female characters being sluts with these female writers. Yeah, that's so true. That is definitely so true. With modern day female writers, you get sleepovers, proms, coming out stories, and people sitting around talking for 10 issues straight. Tell me about it, Fox. I'd be like, oh my God, can y'all save the day, please? Gigi Sparkles would say as soon as a white woman or a lesbian come into, they screw it up immediately. Yeah, they do. They really do screw it up. It's so annoying. It is so annoying to like deal with it. Honestly, it's kind of like one of those kind of moments. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those it's just one of those days. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my Lord, let's see. Jacob Tremore, who plays Flounder in the live action remake, stands by the fish polarizing aesthetics. I couldn't imagine it looking different. I just think that we're geniuses and they made it work so well. No, they didn't. Except he looks completely different in the 1989 film. Yeah, like hello.
Yes, it's meant to. It's meant to wind like a.
What is?
Does it really stand for hope?
Yes, it does.
But it looks like an S.
Yes, it's meant to. It's meant to wind like a river. It comes and goes. A man I knew used to say that hope is like your car keys. Easy to lose. If you dig around, it's usually close by.
Does your thing really
Yeah, I
stand
don't know. I don't know
Yes.
why he didn't let him stay. My father told me that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
but
meant
look
to.
at that terrible
It's meant to
CGI,
wind
y'all.
like a river.
Lord have mercy.
It comes.
Why did they let that CGI go? Oh my God. Ugh, it's so ugly. I'm sorry. That art of Wonder Woman is so good. That's not even Wonder Woman Rolling Dodge. That is Wonder Woman's future daughter that she's going to have in 20 years. That is Wonder Woman's future daughter that nobody asks for. Because yay. Oh, by the way, before I go, I'm about to wrap this up anyway. Everybody that's in the chat, what do you think of me starting a podcast, talking to guests, like just in general? The reason why I said that is because there's some people on social media that was saying that I should make a podcast where I invite you guys on, and for like an hour we talk about what you like or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't know if anybody really care, if anybody would care for it. So I'm just seeing if anybody in the chat thinks it's a good idea. If I do the podcast and stuff like that, it would be interesting. I mean, if it's something that people want to do, I mean, hey, why not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, podcast would be a good idea. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I've been hearing too. There were some people on Twitter blowing me up about it, talking about I should definitely do it and stuff like that. So I was thinking about like, okay, if I do it, if I do the little podcast, have you guys on and do like do like an hour episode where we talk about the things that you like, and and the audience get to know you guys and why you fell in love with comics or manga or anime or whatever, wherever you feel like it, and then kind of go from there. That's what I was thinking. And a lot of people seem to like that idea. They were like egging me on, telling me I should totally do it. So just something, just a food for thought kind of thing. Like, okay, if I do it, I think I have the perfect name for the podcast. If I do it, do it too. But I would definitely have to get a few people that will agree to do it first before I would do it. Like I would need to do at least about 6 to 8 people, and talk to them for an hour for each person before I will release a podcast. I will definitely make sure I have all of that done first, because I'm not going to just do it if I can't get a few people to commit to it. Because that'll be the thing about it, is trying to get people to commit to the hour for the podcast, because it's just like, oh, okay, I just need you for an hour, and then bam, we talk about what you want for an hour, we wrap it up, and then on to the next one, and then be posted on all of those podcast platforms or something like that. No, not like Comic Aficionado, because they talk about like straight up comic books, but like people talking about I should like talk about a podcast where we're talking about comic books, but we're not talking about it from my perspective. We're talking about it from your perspective of what you like about comic books, and like having a conversation about it. So that kind of thing, like me being a radio DJ, and then you come to my studio, and then we talk about everything about you get what I'm saying? Something like that. That's what I was thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about doing it. But like I said, I would have to definitely have people commit to it to do it before I even launch anything. I was like, if I do it, I would definitely need people to definitely commit to that, because that's a tall order to do a podcast where you have guests on and then they don't show up. Because I can easily do these live streams all day. Well, not all day, every day, but you get what I'm saying. Like I can easily do live streams with a guest. That's cool or not. But when you're talking about a podcast, you want to have the guests on there, and you want them to be able to talk about whatever they like for an hour at least. Me kind of interviewing people about their likes for comics, anime, manga, video games, or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So that was my idea. That was my idea. You guys tell me what you guys think about that. But yeah, that's really it for me. It's been like what, an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm about to wrap it up. It was just a little surprise, little stream or whatever. And if you guys missed anything, you can always go back and rewind little thing. Thanks for everyone who showed up to the live stream. Like I said, you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Oh, and I got coffee now. So like I said, if you ever want a drawing, or you want to request a video, go to the coffee thing. Link is also in the description down below for you guys. And thank you for joining my live stream. I'll catch you guys all whenever I feel like live streaming. If the demand is good enough. I'm just messing. I don't know. I just, But you know what I mean. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta try to get back into it. But I'm glad I was able to do this live stream right quick. But thanks for everyone who's stuck around, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.